We're certainly honored to be here. First and foremost, to be playing in the NCAA tournament is quite an accomplishment. First off, and we're excited to be here in the Fort Worth area. We flew in town yesterday early afternoon and had a nice workout at a local high school here in town, and people have been so gracious and very accommodating in this community and also here at TCU. So certainly TCU has had a long tradition, and you can see why. It's an impressive facility, and it looks like things are done right here. And I've always admired the job that Jim Schlossnagle has done here. We're excited to be playing tomorrow. Certainly, we're very, very aware of the success that Dallas Baptist have had in their program. They've got an outstanding coach, very, very good players, impressive offensive numbers. Certainly, we're going to have to play well and execute tomorrow to have a chance to win the ball game, and our guys are looking forward to having that opportunity in front of them. Well, Lynch is available Saturday. Our pitching plan is Derek Casey will start tomorrow. He has pitched very, very well for us down this stretch since we've put him in the rotation in our league. He pitched a fantastic ball game, I thought, last week, and so I'm looking forward to seeing him go out there and compete. And I know his teammates are as well, and we feel like he's the right guy to get us off to the right start in this tournament.
Yeah, like you said, obviously that wasn't the plan, but I got hurt, and that's just how it goes, and I couldn't really dwell on it for too long. I had to move on from it. And as far as watching other guys, I've got to watch Nathan Kirby, Josh Spores, Connor Jones, Brandon Waddell, like a bunch of great pitchers, and learn from them. And I think I have learned a lot from them, although I haven't been able to kind of participate, but I'm trying to take those lessons I've learned and put them in this year. So.
I describe it as 2 years of preparing for a junior year, and I've been blessed with the opportunity to play here, and blessed with the opportunity to play in the postseason 3 years in a row. And as a team, I think we're prepared for this moment, and we're looking forward to it.
Brian, in your first 5 years as coach, you went 2-3 in that first regional game, 8-0 since. What changes did you make there, and how important, I guess without saying, of taking that first game in this type of situations?
Can you repeat the 2 and 3? What do you mean in the first ball game?
Of a regional when you first started. You're 8-0 since then.
Oh, in the opening game of a regional.
Yes.
Didn't know that. Okay.
You've also gotten out of the regional a lot at that time, Michelle.
Yeah, I'd say first and foremost that we had great players back then. We have great players now. Certainly, we have continued to learn in our program what we need to do at this time of the year. There's been a lot of work that has been put in throughout the season, the off season, by these guys and the rest of their teammates, and now they have an opportunity to go out and compete at the end of the year at a very, very important time. And so we talk about that the work has been done, the foundation has been laid, and through the work that they have done and what they've accomplished to this point, now they get to enjoy what the opportunity is in front of them. And we don't make too big a thing of it. I don't feel like these guys will feel pressure tomorrow. I don't think they've felt pressure at the NCAA tournament time for a number of years. And I think that's a little bit because of what we have learned as coaches over the years about how to handle and manage these guys at this time of the year. And I think that's been the biggest thing, that they look at it as this is a joyous opportunity to go out and compete and not play under pressure, that what they've accomplished up to till this point in the season is fantastic, and just go out and let your talents speak for themselves, and hopefully they will.
I'd say the little things are definitely important, and it's essential to take each game one at a time, and the worst thing you do is look ahead, and not take certain games seriously, and but yeah, just the little things, each inning, each pitch, could change the whole game.
Brian, how would you, is there a comparison at all, Dallas Baptist, that kind of program to a program in the Virginia area that you play, a mid-major type of thing? Do they compare to anybody? I've never faced it before. Do they compare to anybody that you're familiar with?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm still watching film on them and trying to figure it out. I know this. They've won a ton of games, right? And they do every year. And you don't win that many games unless you're talented and well coached and have gamers on the field. And it looks like they have that, and they've continued to win. Maybe in our area of the country, they're probably similar to like maybe a Coastal Carolina, right? Really, really good players, tough players that perform in the clutch. So, I got a ton of respect for them and their coach.
Coach, what's your relationship like with Coach Rossman? Do y'all go back a ways, have a connection? Or?
No, there's not a real deep history, other than, I believe he arrived here 14 years ago. Is that correct? And I've been the coach here at Virginia for 14 years. So, back when he was an assistant at Tulane and I was an assistant at Notre Dame, we ran in the same circles all the time from a recruiting trail standpoint and things. And the job that he's done here at TCU, I've admired the work that he's done here and what he has helped build here. And so he does it the right way. They got great players, and they're very, very consistent. I think that speaks to the success of a program is, can they line up year after year and put themselves in a great position? Certainly he's done that, and I admire people that are able to accomplish that.
Ryan, Derek began the season as a midweek guy for you and moved into the weekend rotation. How has his pitching evolved and progressed as the season's going on? What changes have you seen from him on now?
Well, he started out in the role that he was in at the beginning of the year because he lacked experience, quite frankly. I mean, he just hadn't been out there and thrown many innings in our uniform. And sometimes you do things as a coach and make a decision, and even though it's going really, really well. I mean, there was, you guys were writing about times when, when's the coach going to move this guy into the weekend rotation? And quite frankly, I held off because, I envisioned at some point him getting to the situation that he's in now. So, I think once we made the move to him go on the weekend, he had a lot of confidence and was ready to do that. So I'm just proud of the development he's had through this year, and he's very poised out there if you watch him pitch, and he just goes out there and executes, and he gives his team a chance to win.
Brian, would there be anything that you won't have Alec Becker do this weekend in certain situations? How valuable is he going to be, and how do you have to kind of plot him out over potential 3-4 games?
I don't have a plan on catching him, but no, just kidding. Alec Bettinger's done everything from the pitching standpoint in his 4 years for us here. He's been the closer. He's been a weekend starter. He's started opening games of regionals. He'll be ready to help in game one, and he could potentially start. I don't know. We're going to take him one game at a time. We're going to do everything we need to do to put ourselves in a position to try to win tomorrow's game, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Adam, you've played in this opening game of regional where it's been a 2 versus 3 game like you did your freshman year, and obviously last year against William & Mary was a 1-4, and you were at home and things like that. What was different between those type of things, and can you take anything in this situation where both teams are in a neutral situation and trying to potentially play that one seed next day?
Yeah, I don't really remember much about my freshman year's regional opener. I think it was all moving, pretty fast, and I just remember that we had, not heard much about any of the teams out in California, and compared to last year, we had, played William & Mary before. So I think, this year is a little bit like our freshman year. We haven't played these teams, and we're on the road again, and but I mean, we still prepare and do the same things that we do for whether we're home and away.
Adam, Derek, I've seen a lot of national experts describe your team as sort of mad right now, trying to prove a point. Should have been at home. Is that true? Is that fair?
I mean, speaking personally, I wouldn't say, like mad is a good word. I think we're, whether we're at home or here, I think we're definitely out to prove something, and we're going to approach it the same way. And, but no, I don't think anyone's actually mad or upset. I think we've moved on from what's happened, and now we're here.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's some benefits of being at home, and then I think there's some with playing on the road as well. I know the whole team's excited, and we're down here in Texas for the first time in a while, and I think we're ready to go.
Coach, how does the quality of this regional stack up against some of the others you played in? Does it feel it's tougher than any you've seen?
I think it's really, really tough. I do. Certainly TCU was, at the beginning of the year, a lot of the prognosticators were anointing them the national champion, right? We've worn that hat before, starting out a year. And so that and the success they've had throughout the year proves the kind of team they have. Dallas Baptist is another champion, right? And have won a lot of games. They played really, really good people, and geez, I mean, they got something like 80 home runs, and then Central Connecticut State, I know their coach back from when he was coaching at Providence when I was at Notre Dame, and Charlie Hickey is a very, very good coach and another champion. So, you got teams that certainly this time of the year everybody earns the right to be here because they've either won a championship or they got a tremendous body of work. I think it's a outstanding regional from a talent standpoint, and whoever is fortunate to come out of this will have certainly earned it.
This is UVA's first game in the state of Texas ever. Did you ever play at Texas?
Yeah, I played at the University of Texas twice in college, in regionals, other places as well. So it's a great, let me tell you something. The dinner we had last night, this H3 Steakhouse or something down there in the old stockyards, whew, tell you what, we're glad we're not playing at home. You don't get to eat at a place like that. So, yeah, we had a great trip. I'll tell you, I was talking with our assistant AD that, really the hospital, we were fortunate enough that our administration, we chartered here from Charlottesville. We landed at the private airfield. They've got the bus, the cars right out on the tarmac. There's a barbecue company that's meeting us there, giving us a meal right there. It's just been tremendous, and for me, that's class when people treat you that way. So, we're excited and looking forward to the opportunity.
Take two more questions. Unless there aren't any.
Who had the biggest steak? What everybody ordered?
Well, it was a buffet style. So we had some really nice brisket and some chicken, some peach cobbler. So I just hope with all that great food that we can play tomorrow. So, thank you.
Guys.